Okay, well, we're at the tail end of this, and this content's been absolutely abhorrent and awful and terrible. I never want to talk about it ever freaking again, but we're here nonetheless. This is God, God forbid. I want this to. Not even kidding. I want it to end. I want it to go away. I never want to touch it ever again. But here we are. With more Blizzard drops. I'm probably gonna make a video on this next couple days. I might record it today, so see me in the same outfit talking about the content. But there's a new drop that came out. Blizzard drop 6 because there's something we need, it's more captains. So let's break it down, see if they're any good, and show you how far behind I am and all this. Let's go. So taking a look here, as always, let's take a look at the stuff behind us. 6 dropped on Tuesday. There's the final drop on the 21st. Yippee Skippy, and then probably the final program on the 2nd. By the way, this has been brought up before, and I'm just gonna reiterate this. The captain. Wow, the cover athlete dropped last year on towards the end of the month, so that might happen again, which would be in which would be in like 2 weeks. So as we go into the demo, my assumption is that's where we're gonna be again anyway. I have no idea who it is. I don't think I've necessarily talked about it, or if I did, it was very brief. I will probably make a video on it in the next week, sort of going over what I think it's going to be, based on some of the leaks and all that stuff. To be fair, truthfully, I kind of don't want to talk about it. I made my prediction last year, and I was dead wrong. I was wrong in the water, because the obvious choice was they were like Ozzy Albies or J-Ram. This year, the obvious choice seems to be Ellie De La Cruz. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be Ellie De La Cruz. They like before they talk about it's they want to keep the surprise and stuff, and it's never the obvious answer. I don't necessarily think it's even the obvious answer, because the obvious answer would be like a cover with Barry Bonds or something on it. But if they're talking about, if the Forbes thing was correct and talking about who they're getting, there's plenty of guys on there that actually get the cover. But we're not here to talk about the cover. We are here to talk about probably the worst long drawn out thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The Blizzards, as you see, I've gotten through half of them. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. So it's the same crap as it's always been. But if we we got Short Kings and Finest Series. You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. Let's just do this. So taking a look at it here, here's the Jose Altuve. The Jose Altuve, 108, 91, 125, 83 versus right and left. He can play second and shortstop. His arm is definitely not good enough to play short, but hey, if you want to live life on the edge, I don't blame you. Him at max for guys who are 5'10 and shorter, 15 power both sides, 15 plate vision, and 12 speed. Not entirely sure who fits that criteria at the top of my head, but hey, good luck getting your whole lineup full of that. They probably do exist. Like I said, I just can't think of any off the top of my head. Which is part of it. Season 2 captain here as well. I don't necessarily know who you're missing, because you would have 3 of them at this point, and there's only 5. So these prices should be dropping. I would say just pick one you don't have at this point. There's really not a whole lot of variety. This is the one I think people are going to be intrigued by, because it offsets the Corbin Carroll thing, so they're going to cross. So this is going to be interesting. So for Machado, who didn't get a finest, just want to point that out. 108, 100, 96, 106. Clutch is 120. He could play third, first, and short. So decent enough card. People love his swing, so I'm sure this card's going to do pretty good anyway. This captain boost does not include. So this does not include 2024 finest. That is interesting. It's not the 2024 finest. It's just straight up regular finest. So this is for everyone who's not 2024. Interesting. Very interesting there. 12 contact, 15 power versus right and left, respectively. 8 fielding and 15K per 9. So this one, it helps, but see, I'm wondering if the best boost still is like the cover athlete boot from Jackie with him, and kind of just putting him there as like the side thing. That might be the play. That very well could be it. We talked about these guys. This is nothing to get you shake your tail feather at. But I guess briefly, I'm trying to think. Do we want to talk about some of the stuff, like some of the interesting idiosyncrasies that they've talked about? Maybe, possibly. But let's talk about team. Let's talk about some team builds that we could do here. This is my Angels thing that we're going to be doing a little bit later. Let's just start. I have no clue what this was. Was this California? Nope. Hang on. What was this one? That's fine. Screw it. We'll do it here. Let's go to Finest. Let's do a little team building here because I don't necessarily know who short guys are. We can do Finest. Let's do Finest. So let's talk about who we got here. So first baseman, there's plenty of them. We're just gonna do this. Let's just pick. So find a second baseman. Again, pretty good squaller. Squaller. Wow, pretty good squat there. The only shortstop is Bo Bichette that I have. That's interesting. Third base, let's just put David Wright because why not? Left field, great swing from Yelly. Center field, I'm gonna leave is Michael Trout. Cody Bellinger can play right. Catcher, hip Jorge, of course. DH, you could go with. Let's be spicy. Let's do Mike Cameron. Bench wise, let's do you. Let's do Anthony. I don't want to play anymore. Rendon. Let's put good old Chase Utley there, and then I really like George Springer's swing, so we're gonna put George Springer there. Pitching wise, let's see. So we got Mike Mussina, Paxton, Leiter, Moore, and do you want Robbie Ray or do you want Kyle Freeland? Ooh, Robbie Ray. Bullpen wise, I think there might be enough. I know I'm missing a couple of them, but I think we're okay. Closer, let's go Gagne, I assume. Let's do you. Let's throw funky Aaron Loop over there. So we got 3 lefties. We need another righty. Let's go Eck. Okay. So this would be a team build, I guess. I guess hitting. I'm trying to think hitting wise. What would we do here? Probably do something like this. Little Yelly, little Mike Trout there. Belly hits 4. I guess something like this. I really don't know. Split them up a little bit. Hip Jorge there. Get a little power on the bottom because they're gonna get boosted. So this will be a little bit better. But that's not a bad team. Now for the other one, I don't necessarily know who the short fellas are, but let's see if we can find some. I don't think we're gonna find any short. What are they? 5? They said 5'10" and under. I don't know if you're gonna find any first basemen who are under 5'10". At least primary, right? They're usually kind of taller. Prince Fielder would be my bet. 5'11". Yep, there you go. 6 foot, 6'2". Palmeiro 6 foot. Second. Witt's right. Witt's 6'1". What in the unholy catenary? I'm trying to think. Who was a short fella? Are you 5'11"? You 5'11"? Is there 5'10"? There you go. Found him. 5'10". Shortstop. Second base should be fairly easy. They're kind of small. Ryan Roberts, perfect. Shortstop. Gene Segura. 5'10". Oh no, wait. He wouldn't be at second base. I lied. That's Jose Altuve. Let me find a Jose Altuve card. We'll use him as a. We'll use the Jose Altuve as a place marker. I think there is. There you go. Perfect. Jose Altuve, shortstop. Jeremy Pena. He's too goddamn tall. Gene Segura. Ozzy? 5'8". Jimmy. There you go. Perfect. J-Roll. Third base. Under 5'10". Let's see. Edgar Martin 5'10". Perfect. He can go there. Left field. Oh, Cieli. 6'3". Perfect. Ian Happ. You're 6. There are going to be a lot of 6-footers, aren't there? Oh, boy. 6'1". Golly. Jerkson, 6 foot. 6'1". Ricky Henderson, 5'10". Perfect. Short center field. Mike Trout's definitely like 6'2". Naturally. Torrey Hunter's a tall fellow. He's also 6'2". Eric Davis, 6'3". Jimothy Edmonds. Are you 5? You're 6 foot. Jaron Duran, 6'2". Aaron Judge, 6'7", of course. 6'1". Cedric Mullins, please be under 5. Cedric Mullins, 5'9". Perfect. Right fielder. Who's a short king here? He was 6'4". Golly. Roberto Clemente. Oh, he's 5'11". I need 5'10". Son of a gun. Jason Hayward's definitely 6'5". Good lord. 5'10". 5'10". There you go. Catcher under. Gary Carter was 6'2". David Fry, 6'2". Johnny Bench for the 6'1". James McCann, 6'3". James McCann is 6'3". Ogan Hoppy, 6'2". Kyle Ishikawa, Williams, 5'11". Austin, I'm overweighted. Wells is there, 6'5". Ryan J, we did that. How tall are you, big guy? 6'2". Jesus. 5'11". Is there not a catcher who's 5? Well, we could have bench players. I guess this really doesn't matter. We'll leave it. DH wise. short? Who's a short guy? 6 foot. Mike Schmidt, were you short? No, you are fairly tall. Need a short guy with pop. That's really what I'm looking for here. Who's a short man with pop? You're 5'10". Sure, Cole Calhoun for funsies. And then the bench would be all the rest of them. Richie Ashburn, 5'10". All right, fantastic. Frank Thomas, he's the big hurt. He's definitely ain't called the short hurt. I'll tell you that much. That's for darn certain. 6'1". Oh, good lordy. Well, you get my point there. So there's the potential lineup. That's not too bad. It's not as good as the finest, but it's got plenty, and they get a little bit more boosty, boosty sort of thing. And then I think the pitching side might be a little bit easier to find some smaller guys. Let's see here. Kogai, 6'1". I really wish you could sort by height. That'd be kind of fun. But I think pitching might not be the hardest thing in the world. But I think you also just need hitters. You could be okay on that front. So you could leave your tall boys in there. But there's some lineups. It's not, I mean, is it the best? No. But again, this is me sort of looking through not having the captain. So it could be a lot better. Could be a lot worse. That's not the worst thing in the world. So hey, you know what? You do what you got to do. You want to run it? It could be a lot effing worse. So sort of just wrapping this thing up. There's nothing for another week. I'll probably have some more videos coming out soon. There's a good one that I want to have up sooner than later. I'll probably record it right after this. But next week, hopefully, we're going to get back up to 3 videos, just sort of enticing and sort of going. We'll figure some stuff out as we go along here, but with another program coming in a couple weeks, we'll see. Also, if there is an announcement for the cover athlete in the next 10 so days, we'll cover it as soon as it drops, and we'll see what happens from there. I assume there'll be more information, because once that starts, it's gonna go fast. Game release, they said, would be in March, so if that happens, then you got February, March. So it'll be here sooner before you know it, which means we'll have live streams, and I'll try to react more so to those live streams than I did last year, because a lot of them, if this continues, were a lot of nothing, but we'll see how things go. So that being said, subscribe, leave a like if you like it. We're going to pick back things up as we go along here, and we're going to bring life back to the channels here very, very soon, hopefully next week, if not tomorrow. So that being said, my specs, I'll see you guys all in the next one.